Hi Ed, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good. It's really nice to be back at work and doing interviews.
Yes, congratulations on the new single and being back. And also, I saw A Team had like a 10-year anniversary the other day. Congratulations on that too.
Thank you. It feels crazy to think that that's been 10 years. I mean, it seems like so long ago, but also seems like yesterday. I can't really explain it.
Do you still love the song?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I think it's my favorite song just because it from where I wrote it and how I wrote it to where I am now is such a massive gap, and it was the song that opened up all the doors to the world. It was the song that took me to Denmark for the first time. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it means a lot to me.
I remember it was the first song I heard with you. It had like 5 million views on YouTube, and I was like, who is this guy? He's amazing. Can you tell us a bit about the process behind Bad Habits? Like, how did it come to life, the song?
It was essentially I'd finished the album and it was everything that I wanted it to be, but it was missing a song that would like basically the album sounds like what my fans think the album's going to sound like. There's like acoustic love songs, there's like piano ballads, it's all that sort of stuff. But like with Divide, you need a Shape of You, or like with Multiply, you need a sing. You need a song that is just a little bit different that catches people's attention from the start of the album. So this that was what I was trying to make, and it kind of came by accident.
What's the song about?
It's about how one bad habit can lead to all the bad habits. Like for instance, you go for a night out, you have one beer, and then you have two, and then you have a shot of tequila, and then you start smoking, and then you have a bottle of wine, and then you order like a bad burger, and the next thing you know, it's like 4 a.m. You've got your top off, you're dancing on a pool table somewhere. It's like your night starts with good intentions, basically.
Okay, yeah. What does it mean to you? Is it special because it's like the first single in such a long time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to just get back going. I mean, these are the first interviews that I've done in like 4 years, and I'm just excited to speak to people about music again, and it's nice. And I feel like with Zoom, I'm kind of traveling the world from my house.
You're in your house right now?
Yeah, well, I'm in my recording studio. So my recording studio is next door, and then this is my office that I've actually made for Zoom interviews, and my house is just like across the way, basically.
Is that painting in the back the Afterglow
Yeah,
cover? Wow, that's really cool. I was wondering, when do you think is like the ideal time or setting to listen to this song, like according to you?
I've actually, it's of course it's a club song, but I've actually enjoyed listening to it in the car. I think having it turned up in the car and having a kind of mini dance in the car, or in your kitchen, a pub. I think I've tried to make a song that sort of fits in scenarios. Like I really like Europop, and I often find when I go to bars in Europe that when a Europop song's on, that's when people stand on a table, get a massive jug of beer, and that's where where I envision this song, beer spilling on people and fist pumping. That's kind of where I see this song fitting.
Amazing. I saw that you've chosen like a vampire themed, like a scary vampire theme for the music video. Why a vampire theme?
So I feel like all of my bad habits come out when the sun goes down. There's a lyric in the song that says, every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. And I just, I've always wanted to do a vampire video. It seems like thematically this fits in with that. And I'm a big Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan as well. So I was trying to hint at, Spike's hair or whatever. But yeah.
What about Twilight? Are you a fan of Twilight as well?
I am, but I think that kind of passed me by. I was like more into Harry Potter, I think, than Twilight in terms of books. But I've watched the Twilight movies and I've read a couple of the books. But for me, it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer is like, for me, the original vampire saga.
Okay, so do you know if you're Team Jacob or Team Edward?
I think I'd be Team Edward because he's English.
Oh, damn it. I'm Team Jacob.
You, Jacob, yeah. But that's only because I love Robert Pattinson because he's in Harry Potter and all of that stuff. I think he's a fantastic bloke and he's English.
Yeah, true. You sing My Bad Habits Lead to You. Do you think a person can be a bad habit? And have you ever tried that?
Of course, yeah. I mean, like, I think everyone's had relationships in the past that haven't been good for them. I think that's like what dating's about. I think like if you just dated someone that was your perfect match, you would just marry them then and there, and then life would just be that. I think you have to date a lot of people to know what your type is, and sometimes it doesn't fit, and sometimes you can have a relationship that is so good on one side of things, it's passionate and it's loving and it's everything else, but actually it's not good for you. You know, it is a bad habit. And sometimes your bad habits, your vices, you could have a beer and be like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to text that person today. And then,
yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, then it slip and slides.
Yeah. I know exactly, and then you wake up in the morning like, if I hadn't have had that beer, then I wouldn't have had that tequila, and then I wouldn't have sent that text, and then we wouldn't have gone out here, and then so it's basically bad habits leading to. But the you isn't necessarily a person. The you is just, it's me personifying my bad habits. You know, it's like, because my wife is actually a fantastic human. Like, she's not my bad habit, but like I have a lot of bad habits that one beer will lead to, you know?
What are your bad habits? If you and I take turns mentioning a bad habit, do you think you could do that?
I would definitely win in terms of like, I have so many.
Okay. I start. I'm biting my nails.
I bite my nails too. I binge drink.
Okay, I'm not able to leave my blemishes alone ever when I see a mirror.
Wow. I do everything. I ordered, if I like two things on a menu, I'll order both of them and eat both of them.
Oh my god, that is such a star thing to do.
I don't know if that's a star thing. I think that's a fat boy thing to do. I would get a bit. I'm not talking like a fancy restaurant. I'm talking like a takeaway. I'll go if there's a burger and a pizza, I'll get both. Sometimes what I used to do is I used to get a pizza and I used to get a box of fries, and I'd pour the box of fries in the pizza, I'd fold it in two, and I'd have it as a sandwich.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Okay. I snooze all the time, like 5, 7, 10 times in the morning.
I smoke when I get drunk.
I forget to text people back.
I don't have a phone, so I never text people at all.
You don't have a phone?
Yeah, I'm uncontactable.
What do you do if you're lost then?
This sounds very celebrity and star, but I usually have my security guard with me.
Oh, so yeah, of course.
He has a phone, and my wife has a phone. So like, I work on email. So if like, but the thing that I like about email is, you know, when you send a text, and then someone replies, and then you're like, oh, now I have to reply, and then they reply, and then suddenly you're just in a conversation, and you could be in an actual conversation with someone, and then you're just glued to your phone. What I love about email is someone will send an email to me, and I'll be like, cool, I'll reply to that in like 4 days. Yeah. And that's normal. And the person doesn't get offended. They're just like, cool, he'll, because it's an email. But I feel like with text, you just expect.
Yeah, and you can see if they've seen it. That's really horrible as well.
Oh my God, yeah. I think someone needs to create an app that stops that happening.
Yeah. What are your good habits then?
I think my good habits kind of have eased in from my bad habits. So my bad habits are usually doing things to excess. You know, I would eat in excess, I would drink in excess, I'd exercise in excess, I'd just do everything more and more and more. But I think through that, I then work in excess, which I love, and I think has got me to this point. I write songs in excess, I sing, I practice guitar, I like do everything a lot. So I think that would be a good habit. I'm usually always on time. I think that's a good trait. Yeah, a good trait. But mostly because I think from when I started playing music in the clubs and pubs that I would play, if I was late, I would lose my slot. So I had to be there 10 minutes before I was going to go on stage. Otherwise, they'd just be like, nah, you're not playing anymore. So I just got very good with timekeeping.
Okay. You also sing in the song Nothing Good Happens After 2. I think I've heard that in How I Met Your Mother, but I've never heard it mentioned anywhere else. Where's that from? And what do you mean by that?
That is from years of experience of like, you know, when, okay, you've gone to the bar with your friends, it's going off, you're having fun, and then they go, let's go to a club. And you go, cool. You get to the club, And I think the trick with a club is you stay for an hour and you just have an hour and you blast it and you have fun. And if it lasts any longer, it's gonna start dipping. And then you go to the house party and then it's going off, and then it gets to 2 a.m. People start sitting around a table. They start discussing Brexit. They start discussing Donald Trump, you know, and the conversation just goes on and on. And then you look at your watch and it's 6 a.m. and you're like, I've just wasted 4 hours of my life talking about the same subject that we talked about last week at 2 a.m. And like, for me, I've just like, I was speaking to my wife about this the other day because I think we've nailed the night out now. You know, like we before the pandemic, we used to go out, we used to have dinner, we used to go to a bar for an hour, we used to go to a club for an hour, and then we go home and drink for an hour, and then that would be it. And you have the best of all the worlds. You know, if you stay at something too long and the party starts dipping, you have to know when to jump ship and go to the next thing. And also factor in the car journey, because the car journey can kill the vibe. So if you're going from bar,
yes,
yeah, completely kill the vibe. So you've got to, like, if it's like 10 minutes, it's there. If it's like half an hour,
unless you're taking a party cab, then it's okay.
Oh yeah. If you're with your friends and you got road beers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Voice, Danmarks hitstation.